Hi everyone, I'm Sarah from MVMT Pilates and welcome to day 4 of our Pilates for Kids classes. So what you might need today, equipment wise, is going to be a little head block, which I've got here, which is a foam head block. If you haven't got one of those, then maybe a folded up towel because we're going to balance it on our head. Or if you've got a cuddly toy that will balance on your head, a really soft one, then go grab one of those. Small cushion. And the other thing I'm going to use is one of our soft balls with quite a lot of air in it, and we're going to pop that between our knees at some point later on. And again, if you've got a cushion or a cuddly toy that you can use, that will do perfectly. Okay, pop these to the side. And we are ready to start. We're going to start in standing again today. So if you remember, we start with the feet together, and then we take the toes out and then the heels out so the feet are next to each other. All right, wiggle those toes around a little bit for me and then pop them gently onto the mat, nice and quietly there. Good. I'm going to put a little bend into our knees, so I'm just going to soften those knees a little bit, put a little bit of a bend into them. So if you can see, I was like this and now I'm just bending them a little bit, so I'm ready to do things, ready to move. Okay. Then think about growing tall. So think about growing really tall all the way from your bottom, all the way through to the top of your head, being pulled up super tall like a really lovely tree in a forest. Good. And we're going to take these shoulders and we're going to squeeze them back a little bit and then make them feel heavy. Drop the fingers towards the floor. Good. Lovely, nice big smiles, ready to go. So let's start by going tall and small. So this is tall, and let's see if we can go a little bit taller by coming up onto the toes. So can we come up onto the toes a little bit taller? Good. And now we're going to go really small as we can. We're going to come down nice and quietly, nice and slowly, and come down super small. And then we're going to come back up. Tall, 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 tall. Can you come back up onto the toes again, as tall as you can without wobbling too much? And then we're going down super small again, coming down small as you can make yourself, and then coming back up nice and tall. Good. Up onto those toes again. Well done. And then back down one more time, making yourself as small as you can, as small as the smallest mouse you've ever seen. Maybe as small as an ant. What's smaller than an ant? And then up onto your toes. Good. And then pop your feet back down onto the mat. Have a little walk through. Well done. Okay, we're going to go wide and narrow now. So we've done tall and small. Now we're going to go wide and narrow. So start with your feet in this position for me. So the toes are facing out to the edges of the mat a little bit, to the edges of your carpet. And your heels are a little bit closer together. Can you see that? So that's like a little V shape. It's almost like a little sort of, like a letter V. All right, let's take one leg really wide out to the side, huge giant step. We're going to hold it here, and then we're going to bend the knees. Bend the knees, drop your bottom down low. Come up tall. Let's see if we can come in super narrow. Really, really narrow. Good. We're going to take the other leg out super wide. Big step. We're going to bend the knees, drop the bottom down towards the floor, come back up and bring it in super narrow again. All right, out wide with the legs, big step, bend it down, come up, bring it in narrow, well done. And then take the other leg out wide, bend the knees, come up and bring that leg in. Should we do one more each side? I think so, good. Out super wide, bend your knees, drop your bottom, come up and bring it in. Take your other leg out we go, bend the knees, drop the bottom, come up tall and bring it in. Good. So take your heels back out so your feet are side by side and have a little walk through the feet. Okay, so we're going to do some walking around with something balancing on our head. I'm going to use this little foam block I've got. If you've got a towel folded up, maybe you can use that. It's like soft, that's not going to hurt if you drop it. Okay, so take a moment, go and find what you need, and then when you're ready we're going to stand super tall like we do at the beginning, really tall. Remember, just a little bend in the knees, nice and tall, and we're balancing either a cuddly toy or a little towel, or whatever you've got, on your head. Now, can you make the arms feel heavy by your side? And hold it there without letting whatever's on your head drop off. Well done, brilliant. So now we're going to try and walk around a little bit. So let's find some space and maybe let's take a couple of steps forwards without letting this drop off the head. So arms are heavy and we feel tall. Let's have a couple of steps forwards. Should we go back? Let's have a couple of steps back. Well done. Come back, a couple of steps forwards. And now let's come to the side. Should we do little side steps? Well done. Super tall still. Well done. Back the other way. Good. Should we try a little circle? Off I go for my little walk in a circle. Standing tall. Really tall. Looking straight ahead. Okay. Can we do the circle backwards? Okay. Oh, here we go. This is going to be interesting. Super tall. And come back to the middle. Okay, so maybe you can do some other patterns that you know. Maybe it's a little figure of 8. Just going to get a little bit more twirly. Super tall. Nice and slow. So the faster we go, the more likely it is that this will drop off. The slower we go, the more we can balance really well. Well done. Come back to the middle. Alright, so you've got a little gap between your feet. Try not to look down at your feet, otherwise we're going to drop this off our heads. Stay tall. Remember, we've got a little bend in the knees. And now let's see if we can lift one leg up. Here we go. Balance. Well done. Can you point that leg? Can you stretch it out in front of you? Well done. Can you bring it back? And gently, quietly pop it back down on the mat. Well done. Should we try the other leg? So when you're ready, stay tall, lift up. Well done. See if you can stretch and lengthen this leg. Well done, great, bring it back. Might feel a bit wobbly, that's okay. Gently pop it back down. Good, we're going to do one more on the other side. We're going to take it up. All right, can we take an arm up as well? How does that go? Okay, see if we can lengthen the leg. Bring it back in. And take everything back down. Wow, a lot going on there. Let's try the other side. So lift up this leg. Good. Take an arm up. Lovely. Got opposite arm up. Stretch and lengthen your leg. And bring them both back down. Well done. Brilliant balancing. Pop that off your head and pop it to the side for a moment. All right. We'll finish with a little bit of jumping before we come down onto the mat. So this is going to be the quietest jumping you've ever done. So we're going to jump forwards. So knees bent, ready to go. We're going to jump forwards. Good. We're going to jump back. My voice has gone quiet as well. We're going to jump left and back to the middle and to the side. Good. And back to the middle. Good. So jumping around any way you like, but make it super quiet. And when we jump, can we hold it for a second? And then we jump back again. Hold it for a second, nice and balanced. Let's jump to the side, middle, side again, back to the middle, back, and back to the middle. Well done, brilliant. We're now going to just come down onto the mat, and you will need the big ball if you've got that, full of a bit more air than the other one, or just a soft toy, cuddly toy or a cushion, anything like that. Grab that and we'll come down onto the mat and do some exercises down here. All right. So, got the big ball there. Come down onto my side. So I'm just going to lie here on my arm. Ball ready to use. And I've just stretched out this arm and I'm resting my head on it. If that's no good for you, then just maybe pop a cushion under your head and you can lie on a cushion. All right, we're not going to sleep though. All right, knees are bent. Okay, see I've got both legs on top of each other with the knees bent. Okay, and the feet are just behind me, one on top of the other. Okay, so this ball, let's pop it there for a minute while we get into a really nice position. So these are my hips. These are my knees, And these are my ankles. These are the things we're going to talk about a little bit while we do these exercises. Okay, so I want to keep the feet together at the ankles. Okay, they're not going to come apart, so I'm going to keep them together all the way through this. The knees are going to open up, creating a little door, and I'm going to pop the ball into the door and then squeeze down so I can hold it in place. Good. Okay, so the feet stay together at the ankles, and then I open up the knees, open up the door, bring the ball back out again, and then let's close, squeezing back down. Good. We open up, good, as wide as you can without letting the feet come apart so they stay together. Well done. Let's take the ball, let's pop it between the knees again, or your cuddly toy, and then let's squeeze back down. Well done. Good. So it's activating, using a lot of muscles to make us strong here. Good. Let's open back up again, take the ball or the toy out or the cushion, squeeze and close back down. So gently and quietly as we close back down. Good. Opening up again. Let's pop the ball back in. Let's see if we can squeeze. Good. Well done. Open the door back up. Take the ball out and squeeze it back down. We're going to do 2 more of these. Well done. Open up. Pop the ball in. See if you can squeeze it. Well done. Hold it there. Let's open back up. Take it out. Let's squeeze back again without the ball. And then one more. Opening back up. Once more it goes between the knees. We squeeze back down and then open back up. And let's take the ball out. Squeeze back down. Well done. Okay, let's change sides. Let's do that again on the other side. So, lying on the other side, stretch this arm out. Okay, pop the ball there. Remember the knees are bent and the feet are going to stay together. We're just going to lie there for a moment. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to open up the knees, the door, and then gently, quietly squeeze back down. You can see the ball squeezing there. Good. And then we open back up again and take the ball out. Okay, and then squeeze back gently, quietly, really quietly. Good. Open back up. Pop the ball in, squeeze back down. Well done, great. Feel it squeezing there, hold it, and then open back up, take the ball out, squeeze. Well done, and open back up. Okay, we can do some more of these, and you can really feel when you've got the ball or the toy or the cushion between your knees, you can feel that squeeze. But when I take the ball away, we still want to feel like we're squeezing. Good. Well done. Nicely done. Let's do 2 more of these. Squeeze. And open back up. Take the ball out. Gently and quietly squeeze back down. Good. Bring the knees together. And then open up. Pop the ball in. Squeeze. Open, take it out and squeeze back down gently and quietly. Well done. Okay, we're going to pop the ball to the side, and from here we're going to lie on our fronts. And what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this under my forehead when I lie on my tummy, but use a little towel if you haven't got one of those. Okay, use a little towel folded up, or a little cushion, just a little cushion, which is going to go under your forehead, and I'll show you how we're going to do this. So I'm going to pop it at one end of the floor, of the mat. I'm going to lie on my tummy, and this is the position we're going to come into. So have a look at this before you come and lie on your tummies so that you can see what we're doing. So this is just under my forehead. I need to be able to breathe, so I don't want it under my nose. Okay, so just the forehead there. All right. Relax your legs. Oh, have a jiggle and a wiggle. and let them relax there. Take your arms down by your sides and make them heavy. Make them feel heavy into the mat. Good. And we're going to look straight down at the floor all the time for this exercise. Okay, so have a little watch if you want to and see what we're going to do. Arms heavy, back of the hands is on the mat, legs are relaxed, we've had a little wiggle and we're nice and relaxed. Good. So let's think about starting to move the arms. We'll pretend we're in our aeroplane and let's start to move the arms. So as we breathe out, I want to float the arms up and then let them come back down. Good. So I'm going to breathe out and the arms come up. Breathe in as the arms come down. Breathe out and in. Out and in. So that's the first exercise. Okay. And then we're going to just think about the fingers pulling towards our feet. So as we lift the arms, can we take the fingers and feel like they're pulling towards the feet a little bit? Good. Lovely. So we lift the arms, lift them, and then let the fingers feel like they're pulling just gently towards the feet and gently down. Good. Good. So these are like the wings of an aeroplane here. I'm going to imagine that we're an aeroplane and these are the wings, and we're just starting to bring them off the ground and back down. Bringing them off the ground and back down. And then we're going to add in some legs. So rest your arms for your moment, rest your wings, and let's see if we can work the legs. So both legs are going to lift, and I'm going to point my toes. Can you see they're pointing my toes? They're not like that, they're like that, which makes them feel really long. And then back down. So hips are on the floor, this bit here on the floor. And I'm just making my legs feel like they're really long, like somebody's pulling them. Point those toes and then bring them back down. So, good. So imagine the legs are getting longer. Good. That's the back of our aeroplane. The tail lifting up. Good. Okay, I'm going to squeeze my bottom. Squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Lovely. Well done. So we're still looking straight down. And now let's see if we can add the wings back in. Let's add the arms as well as the legs, as well as the tail. So, my tummy's on the floor. I'm still looking straight down at the floor with my head on the cushion or the pillow, whatever you've got there. Good. Remember, the hands feel like they're being pulled towards the feet a little bit, and the feet feel like they're being pulled away from you a little bit as well. Just gently. Good. All right, last bit. Let's see if we can lift the head up, but we're just going to stay looking down at the floor as we lift the head. So imagine you keep looking down at the floor as the head comes up and then back down. Good. Let's see if we can breathe out through the mouth as we come up with our wings, with our head, with our legs. Well done. So if you see my head, I'm looking straight down at the mat. I'm not lifting it too much. Let's do two more. Good exercise for the tummies, making strong tummy muscles. Well done. All right, stretch your arms out in front of you. Have a little wiggle here for a moment. All right, and then we're going to come into all fours. So, remember this position from the other day. Well done. We'll pop that to the side. Don't need that. All right, well done. So in our all fours position, remember hands are under the shoulders. We've got a little gap between the hands, got a gap between the knees, and the knees are under the hips. Okay, and I'm looking straight down at the floor. Let's put a little bend in the elbows, just a little bend. Well done. So, can you remember we were sticking our bottom up in the air to get our cow stretch? Good. And then we were tucking our bottom under and stretching through our back, pushing it up towards the sky so that we got our cat stretch. Good. So, push your bottom up into the air. Let your tummy sink to the floor. That's our cow stretch. And then into our cat stretch. Feel like you're pulling your tummy up, stretching your back, and you're looking at your legs. There, good. Let's do another cow stretch. Into cat. One more each way. Well done. Good. Can you hold that stretch, that cat stretch? Hold that cat stretch and hold the stretch, take it into sleeping baby. Well done. And relax here. Oh, good. Let's take the arms down by our sides and feel like you're just feeling really heavy onto the floor. Everything feels heavy, arms, legs, nice and relaxed. Good. Take the arms back. Come back up into all fours. So from all fours, let's come up to standing. We're going to play a game. So walk the hands towards the feet and then nice and slowly bring the hands, slide them up the front of the legs and come up to standing. Okay, so come to the middle of the floor, the middle of your mat, and let's take the toes out and then take the heels out. All right, so this game is called the animal game and you can use your imagination. So we're going to call out some animal names and you are going to make the shape that shows us what that animal is. Okay, so let's think of an example. We might say frog. So get into a position that you think looks like a frog. And we might just come down like this for a frog. Okay, so that just gives you a little idea of the things that we can do. So I'll call out the names and you get into those shapes. Ready with your imagination. Okay, let's do a snake. I stand like this. I might come onto the floor. And then have a little wiggle. There we go. And around the other side. Okay, so that's a snake. Let's do a hedgehog. Anything you want for a hedgehog? I'm going for this. All right. From here, let's do a cat. Oh, we've done a bit of cat, haven't we? So I'm going to do that for my cat, having a stretch. Okay, let's do a dog. I'm going to do a dog on all fours. Okay, and then let's do a frog again. Turn into a frog. Well done. Dolphin. Dolphin, dolphin, dolphin. Right. I don't know. Going to make that my dolphin. Okay, and one more. Spider. I don't really know. I haven't got 8 legs. I don't know how to make a spider. Maybe like that. Okay, so anything you like. I hope you had fun with that. All right, so nice and slowly, let's bring ourselves into sitting. Wherever you are, if you're standing up, come down onto the mat. If you're already on the mat. So sitting with our bottoms on the mat to finish off. I've got my legs crossed and I'm sitting nice and tall, really nice and tall, but with my bottom sitting on the mat. Okay, I'm not going to lift up there. Good. All right, take the arms out to the sides. Let's reach up, grab a star, and over we come. There we go. Little bend. Now, where you should feel like it's stretching is really down here. That's where you should feel the stretch. Come back up tall, pop the star back in the sky, bring your arm back down. Reach up, grab another. Over we go. Lovely. Well done. I'm keeping my bottom on the floor No lifting up, good. Come back up tall and replace the arm. One more each side. Reach up, grab a star. Over we go. Pop it back in the sky. Bring the arm down. One more reaching up. Over we go. Pop it back and bring the arm down. Lovely. Let's do a little bit of what we call rotation. So we get a little bit of movement like this through our body. Okay, so I'll show you what I do. All I do, take one arm behind me and take the other hand and pop it on the knee and look behind. Okay, so this is what it looks like from this angle. Start here, one arm behind, then the other, and look behind. Good. All right, come back to the middle and we take it round the other side. So one arm behind and over we go. Okay. I'll show you what that looks like from here. Lovely. Bring the arms back to the middle. Well done. Let's finish with 3 nice deep breaths with some shrugs. So sit tall. Ready. Nice deep breath in. The shrug. Let it go. Deep breath in with a shrug. Let it go. One more deep breath in with a shrug. And let it go. Well done. Give yourselves a clap today. You did brilliantly. I look forward to seeing you on day 5. Take care. See you soon.